Hello everybody, it's Steve. Welcome back to Railway Empire 2. In the last video we discovered that Albany has a bit of a problem, and I said toward the end of the last video I was going to take care of it in between videos, but truth be told, I have been so busy with work, with my co-pilots, with another co-pilot on the way. Don't know how that's going to technically work out. Is it my flight engineer or whatever? I've not had time to redo this. So that's actually going to be what I focus on in this video, is doing some restructuring and showing how hopefully you can make these maps a little better, a little more efficient when you're kind of reconfiguring things. But let's go to the research tab real quick. I got 200 research points available right now, so we could reduce the cost of in-service training of personnel by 5% or add a refrigerator car, which increases freight revenue on groceries by 25%. Not gonna lie, I almost want to wait till the Firefly just so I can add this just for my exclusive passenger trains. And also you have co-determination down here. If I go to 300, I can go down this way, but I kind of want to keep going down here. Also this covered cab, increased transport revenue for mail bags by another 5%. I believe that does stack with the mail car. And you also have the caboose down here. Spark arrestor, increasing reliability of locomotives. That's going to be a super helpful thing. But let's take a look at our task list too before I go any further. Construct a university in Albany. And to build a university in Albany, you need to have 90,000 people. We're at 78,000 at the moment. At 90,000, we can actually get a third one going. But I also want to figure out what we need to do train-wise. How many tracks we probably need in New York or in Albany, which I guess technically is New York. So I've got these 4 tracks kind of merging together to 2, and I got these. This is technically 4, because I've got these 2 here, merging in with this one at Coal Stop. So, and note, I've got a train that's stuck right there. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and this train is Albany to Boston. So it's got to come all the way across, and it was on track number 4. So, gut feeling right now is that I need to double this up to get it up, probably up to 6 tracks instead of the 4 we're on over here. I also have this train line here from Sawyer Terminal, just delivering grain to Albany, and I'm thinking that if I increase it to 6 platforms, move my New York and Coal Stop tracks over to tracks 5 and 6, I could probably safely move Sawyer down to 5 and 6 also. So let's start doing crazy shit. Game is paused for this, that's good. And so that's probably what I'm going to do, is I'm probably just going to double up this way here. That opens up a lot of things. And let's see. Station gridiron. And I want to make sure this does 3 for this one. 2 here, yes? Okay. So you can't double it up like I was trying to. That doesn't work. Just got an Xbox Game Pass notification right there. This one I'm just going to have it max. Holy shit, you have to go so far out when you have that many. Alright, yeah, we're just going to do 3 and 3. No, let's do 4 and 2. I'll do them next to each other. It'll be fine. Alright, so we got that there. And this last track doesn't do much right now. Kind of weird. But, however, it did do something up here in that... Let's let the game go for a little bit. So this is all a mess. I'll probably have to move that way too far out. I'll probably have to move the supply tower, truth be told, just to make it go a little bit smoother. But in building these 2 tracks down here to Sawyer Terminal, it also built the 2 tracks up here that I need. That's helpful. Alright. I'm probably going to have to do some pausing and some and a build montage, because I want to take these 3 and bring them into these 2. And I say these 3 because it's really... Let's see if either of these get stopped here. There's no signal here, so they should be okay. But yes, my plan is 3 go off to there, so... Yeah, okay. As far as I know, there are no trains from New York that go on out towards Syracuse or Baltimore. Baltimore? Come on, Steve. I know you were just waking up. Come on. Or Buffalo, or to London, Toronto, Ottawa, or Montreal. By the way, Baltimore, down here, near Washington. Just remember, just reminding myself of geography. Cannot purchase the concession at this time. Blackmail. Honestly, I've got the money for it, and I really don't care. I'm trying to get this thing done. I'm trying to keep the game moving here. So, no, I'm not going to do blackmail. Buffalo's grown. Yay, Buffalo. Trying to complete the last 2 without freight. I'm not surprised. Montreal is still shrinking, by the way. Being supplied with none of the goods it needs. Isn't there? There is grain down here, so I could actually hook in Montreal to some grain production to produce beer. There's also... Wait. That's corn. What's it need for beer again? Hang on. Let me understand this. Okay, it takes grain, makes beer. Here's grain. Are we not getting grain delivered to Baltimore? Or Montreal? God, okay. I don't know why I've got Baltimore on the brain today. Maybe it's the anniversary of The Wire just passed recently? I don't know. Codetermination. I'll actually bid on this one. Because this one is... Oh, bid. See how far I can drive this guy. Because I've got a ton of cash on hand. Do you really want it, dude? How bad do you really want it, dude? Have fun. Spend $1 million. I ain't gonna spend that. It says codetermination research. That was this one here. I'm almost there. That one doesn't make any sense for me. But again, I got the Firefly coming really soon. Let's keep working on... this one I will have to actually pause for. So I want to take tracks 5 and 6, these 2 here. And I want to have them go out. It's about here. About there. Okay, those are done. There we go. Alright, so what I've done is so now these 2 mainline tracks come straight into Albany, but if any of the trains are going to continue on track, they have to get over onto tracks 1, 2, or 3. And then these this New York to Albany one's going to run into a problem, but they may reset and be fine. So let's go ahead, put a gridiron. I'm going to actually max this out. Interesting, it doesn't actually recognize the tracks over there, which is okay. Yeah, we're good there. Yeah, it looks like it did reset the track direction. But I did some demo work. Alright, that'll work. And then over at Nya, we'll put a gridiron in for 2 tracks. And I will, for extraordinarily emergent purposes, not allow that, because that won't fly. Yeah, because that's a pretty steep turn it's got to make. I do also want to have that parallel track between... this way, that, so I can't have it so trains can actually pass each other. I do like the idea of adding extra tracks in here like I did for New York. Let's actually hit the game to go for a minute. And see how badly I messed more things up. Okay, Albany to Boston 2, waiting to be deployed. Yeah. So a New York to Albany train is on the wrong tracks. Hopefully we can figure out a way to get over. This is going to have to do some sort of turnaround, so I'm not super worried about it. You are waiting on whom? You're waiting on track number 3, and this is Cookcrest to Albany. Okay, that's a freight train, so it's got to come all the way over to track 2. Gotcha. Right, we're at 80. So during all that whole thing, I got us up to 81,000. I do think that this is the way to go. Okay, so you need to get to track 4, and Albany to Boston cannot make due to my derpages. Okay. So I'm just going to put that there. And that's going to allow that to go. And cool. It's really just a one-time thing. It's so that... Where the hell did my train go? I'm sorry, where's my train? Coal stop, New York City. New York City does have a maintenance depot, that's good. Oh. I guess it went that way? Okay, this one did turn around. Now it's on the correct track going the other direction. Gotcha. So I guess I had to go all the way down to here to do a turnaround. Those passengers are going to be so pissed. And then Albany to Boston 2, waiting to be deployed. This guy needs so much. This guy needs so much water. Hopefully this maintenance depot is actually doing things, because like we need to have some locomotives repaired. And now this train is on the correct track. I'm going to demo that little segment I made. There we go. Just to make sure that the Albany to New York tracks are on their own dedicated lines, these two. Okay, and that one is waiting for a train to come up from coal stop. Gotcha. So we've fixed part of the network, but I've also got problems in other parts of the network. 260 innovation points. One more month and I'll be able to unlock a new express train. It's just going to be for the freight cars. This train is still waiting for deployment. I don't know why. Yeah. I just haven't done anything with it. Here's my Albany to Montreal. Albany to Montreal is being serviced. Good. Not bad. In the last 4 weeks, we've moved a ton of passengers. Let's see how this is going. Got some lumber being delivered. I'm just trying to figure out where this train is so I can... You're Dunham, actually? We upgrade you to... Honestly, if you're just doing freight... I really can't, like, justify switching anything out. I don't know why this one is not deploying, but we should be in a good position. I mean, the trains supposedly are running right now. This little train off to Sawyer Terminal is doing its thing. Probably, if need be, swing trains around into it if I really, really need to. Ah, there he goes. Now he's being deployed out. There you go. Albany, Boston. Hooray! Alright. Cookcrest is supplying milk over to us. And this is actually an opportunity to start purchasing structures and just doing some buyouts, some biddings, things like that. Cool. So now it's making money for me, hopefully. And That's not the numbers I was pushing for. I recently acquired the business. Thank you. Clay, not using a lot with that right now. I'm a little worried about Montreal. And by a little worried, I mean like super freaking worried about Montreal. Ottawa does produce beer. Okay. I'm actually taking the train lines that run through Montreal, because I do want Montreal to grow. Okay. Honestly, I think I'm going to do another... I'm going to add another line to this one. Yeah, I'm going to add a second Ottawa to Montreal train. I'd like to get that line up and running a little more often to see what's going on with it. Let's also check in on an area that I haven't done a lot with recently. This is London. I recently purchased the weaving mill here, and so far I'm not making any money off it. It's actually cost me an arm and a freaking leg. Sewage stop, though. Is not what I was going for. I wanted the actual farmstead. Just honestly, at this point, it's like how can I continue to make and earn money in the game? Smith Quarry. This one has only 4 here available. That's okay. Now I'm understanding this a little bit, like how much it produces per week, how much is being brought out per week. And the other guy's probably like, what the hell is this guy doing? Why is he buying all these businesses out here? It's realistic. I'm trying to, not that much. Just trying to pick up a little bit more in the way of, there's no way you're not busy. I don't know why, like, I scoffed at paying that amount on the other one, but I just like, no, that seems too far off. And this guy's bringing 3 in every single week, so hopefully he's bringing it a good clip. Yeah, not producing any liquor right now, and I don't really have the urge to get the liquor industry super developed in Albany. I should actually, though. Let's go get the needs and goods for people in Albany. Once you get 90,000 people, we need to get ceramics. We do have clay, which also means we could just probably slap down a ceramics industry. Now we're into September, and I can build the Firefly. Hooray. The locomotives this time are powerful machines for their time. This makes the Firefly an impressive example of the rapid development of the early use of locomotive construction. Traditionally, well, I say traditionally, I mean historically, 1840 was when this train was developed. I'm going to unlock it in September of 1832. Now, let's look at our express line is in danger because we have different trains. So, this is a very good setup. Let's go ahead, edit the train. We go to the Firefly. Speed 33 miles an hour. Popularity is a little bit lower, but the maintenance requirements are lower. We're going to go ahead and slap a Firefly on this guy. Sweet. We actually did it on both trains. That's nice. All right. Albany, Boston. Yep, you absolutely need to get upgraded. Albany, Montreal. It's a mixed line. This is mixed. Well, no, it is loading express, excuse me. Boston to Portland, Maine. Haven't checked on this line in forever. Yeah, let's go ahead and slap a on that one. Being loaded, London, Buffalo. I did see we have an issue with Northeast Freight. Alright, I'm going to check on those 2 freight ones here in just a second. Let's get these ones upgraded first. Ah, I'm also seeing what I've done wrong in New York. It just took me, I just figured that out, so excuse me a second. Okay. Why are these guys not operating? Interesting. And this guy's out of... This guy needs a supply tower emergency. Okay. I don't know what is going on here. Track directioning. What are we waiting on? Alright. What the heck? I'm not sure why this isn't working. Alright, let me get into this one because of my track directioning. No? How did I derp that? I'm gonna do that. That's fine. For some reason, my New York to Albany trains have to turn around down here. Even though there's no direction marked for these guys. Wait. Okay, I see what's going on now. There we go. Because this track, the one that goes up here, was only allowing inbound traffic. I almost wish I could put a gridiron in like one of these spots just to make it work a little better. All right. So Jackson Station, you've been waiting on. Interesting. Okay, he's just waiting on 4. And they're waiting on Jackson Station? What? Hey, hang on the whole damn minute. Okay, I think I see what's going on here. Okay. That took me a minute to figure out. So I have to do some weird-ass, like, reconfiguring down here. But all you have to do is just add a 3rd and 4th track, and then suddenly... Show me. Rail line incomplete. Uh-oh. How did I mess this up this badly? Don't answer that. Okay. There we go. Let's try that. Okay. Okay. Because of how this was set up. Okay, so what I ended up doing, derping on this one, is because I was trying to switch these out and have, like, the alternating, the train that was down here was on a track that couldn't go backwards along the line, if that makes sense. And even down here, I can't... oh, wait, I can. So I can do it like that. Like, go uphill one way, downhill the other way. Alright, let's see if this gets everything going. Yeah, this guy is in a lot of trouble right now. And there's a supply tower up here. Ran out of water. This is the one that had to go back and kind of restart everything. I'm also going to edit this one and swap it out for a Derwent. Not necessarily that, it just fixes everything, but... Okay, we got that. That one's waiting to be loaded. That one's waiting to be loaded. Alright, neato. Got a ton of money built up. Let's go ahead and check in on Albany, because if I'm close to 90,000, I can go ahead and... Oh, looks like it has grown. 88,000. All right, we're close to it. So let me put a brief little cut in here, come back when I have 90,000 people, and I'll slap down a university, figure out what the next step is going to be in this this chapter, I guess the chapter of the campaign. And oddly enough, while I was waiting for Albany to grow, a dairy auction popped up near Montreal. It's not making a lot of money. However, it's not too terribly far from... okay, I take that back. It's terribly far from everything. It's right there. So, it is just in the sticks. But I can definitely hook it into Montreal with a quick little train route. Go ahead, slap down an itty-bitty train station. Also see what the gradient's like in this area. Pretty poor. I'll hook it in right about here. A Poussin terminal. Alright, and I'm just going to do a spur line off of this. Whoop! Beep. Not bad. It cost me about 120,000 to slap down. I'm sitting on 2 million right now, so I'm actually okay with this. Cool. And I can actually hook in... Wow, Montreal is continuing to shrink. They just need anything right now to grow. Alright. Well, the rail line's going to be doing... Pulse to Montreal. Yeah, I'll do as a Derwent. Yes. I need you to load up milk. Odd. Alright. Albany has officially grown. We've hit 90,000 people. So, we're going to go ahead. We're going to take our library. We're going to hit it with a demo. We're going to hit it with a wrecking ball. Construct city building. I'm going to go for the university. Cost $200,000. Hey, look, I got some money I got to spend. And, oh, I can rotate the building. Cool. I actually put it next to the train tracks, kind of. I'm actually just going to put it behind the,
Well done. People are ecstatic about our new university. Have you heard yet? We've won the election. I am now the mayor of Albany. You are truly a genius. I just spoke to the mayor of Philadelphia. They're willing to grant us access to the southern part of the East Coast. For a fee, of course. We should definitely take advantage of this opportunity.
So, we finally meet face to face. We haven't been formally introduced yet, but really, there's only one thing you need to know. Nothing goes down here without my permission. As long as you don't get in my way while on my turf, we'll have no problem with each other.
Ugh, what an unpleasant guy. It's best not to pay any attention to this bully for now. Let us focus on earning money.
Okay, so now we get into the next part of the game. So we have to... It looks like these are the next 3 tabs. This is the next big one. And it says optional down here. So, achieve an express status on a rail line between Boston and Philly. Deliver 8 loads of salt to New York City once New York reaches 70,000 people. Reach 75,000 people in the Mid-Atlantic states. This is Pittsburgh, Philly, and D.C. And then buy 3% of Stark and Barty Shiloh's company. Optional tasks by the end of 1839, so about 7 years out. Buy Barty Shiloh's company. Reach 120,000 citizens in the Virginia region. This is Big Lick, Charlotte, and Norfolk. And also 3 cities with more than 120,000 citizens in the rail network. That's kind of a steep task. That's a steep ask. And it now says 7 tasks available to me. So let's take a look at what we got to do here. So, oh, damn, his rail line just interferes with everything I want to do. This Big Lick, Norfolk, Charlottesville. I honestly think the route to go would be probably just to buy his rail line out, hook it into my network, because he's got Philly and DC and Charlottesville already hooked in. I will spend the 1.3 to get access to it. And let's go into company. I did also figure out, while I was waiting for Albany to grow, how to max out efficiency. It's 200% in training, like 120% in employee welfare. It wasn't working when I tried it out previously. So let's go into competitors. Okay, so if we do 3.
Very good. The citizens are highly satisfied with your performance.
Fusion not currently possible. So if you do end up buying out all of his stuff, about 13 million. Jesus. But that... Wow. That actually takes a lot there. I'm also just going to repay that bond because I've got... I have the cash to do it. But I'll immediately just grab this giant bond out too. So, ton of money to get Philly hooked in and all these networks, but I'm looking at Philadelphia right now. So you'd have to hook in a train station in Philly, get over his tracks here, get to New York City. Oh, wait, I'm already in New York. New York doesn't have the 70,000 people needed for salt just yet. But my plan next video, definitely have to do some off-camera work because I need to hook up Boston to New York and to Philadelphia. I'm probably going to do the same thing I did in Albany, move tracks 1 and 2 out to tracks 3 and 4, move 3 and 4 to 5 and 6, then have tracks 1 and 2 come down this way along the coast through what is in real life, through Rhode Island, through Connecticut, hook into New York City, but also continue down the coastline and make my way toward Philadelphia. Getting around this this cow farm, livestock supplier, that's going to be the trick issue of getting around this. That, or I go over his tracks and go west of him into Philadelphia, born and raised, and then continue on down in towards DC. I like the idea of staying on the coastline, though, coming down into the Delmarva and into DC, and probably going around his stuff down into Norfolk, Big Lick, and Charlottesville. I do know that there's Pittsburgh out here. Might want to hook him in through Buffalo. I'll figure that out, though, probably in the next video, though. But for now, we made it through that part of the campaign. If you want to keep seeing the series, let me know in the comments section, because I got this game on Game Pass, and I only have probably a couple weeks left on my Game Pass subscription for this month. I got to renew it if I got to keep playing this game. Like, comment, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and all the videos that come out on this channel. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. We're going to close out looking at a couple of trains being really loud. Let me get a little bit lower in here. And taking a look in at Albany. And actually, let's close looking in on my new university. It's kind of cool.